Kris, just how do you feel about your team going into this game against, a really good Carolina team? You've had these days off. I know you talked about the preparation and the guys being raring to go. What's your feel of your group right now?
I'm feeling very confident with it. Often you don't want to have a break after a 4-game winning streak. I think it was beneficial for us. We got some rest. Guys were able to recover some nagging injuries. And the last 2 days in practice, I've really been happy with. And I think guys get sick of practicing. They're here to play. They're competitors. That's what they want to do. And hopefully we can start continue our winning streak.
I know that you guys faced the Canes not long ago, but how much of that game can you reference for your guys going into this one? Or do you just put it out of sight, out of mind and say, listen, 4 games, we've put together a nice little run here. Let's look at what we've done in this body of work.
Well, there's lots to learn it from. Carolina's a very good hockey team. They check very well and, usually outshoot their opponent and outchance them. We just have to be prepared, and there's never an easy shift against these guys. They got 4 lines that play very similar, every one of them. And if we want to get scoring chances, if we want to play a good game, we have to be ready to match that compete level.
Morning, Kris. Just over here to you, right? Same lineup we saw in Winnipeg?
Yes, same 20 players are going to be playing. Maybe there's a change or two with the lineups. Don't recall how we finished the game, but it's the same players.
Okay, for you, obviously a new head coach in a new organization, did you feel like this break and this extra practice time was beneficial for you to implement some of your systems and get everybody on the same page?
Yeah, no, I think it's beneficial for any coach, whether it's somebody who's been in the league or with a team for 10 years or somebody who's just been with their team for a couple weeks. But it's more beneficial for somebody who's just coming in and put more of your stamp on the team, whether that's with your systems, emphasizing things that are really important to you. Hopefully we use this time wisely and we're able to build our game.
Now that you've coached Evan Bouchard for an extended time, I guess, in the short term, what are your main takeaways? What do you see from Evan Bouchard when he's playing his best hockey?
A very smart player, transports the puck really well. I know the forwards love it when he's on the ice because they know they're going to get a puck, they're going to get a good pass from him. When he's playing his best, he's moving his feet and being able to check. He checks differently than his partner Eki does, but he's still a pretty good checker when he's moving his feet and he's got good angles. And he does have a good stick. And usually a guy who has a good stick is somebody who's got good awareness, is a smart hockey player. And he is definitely that.
You have a player whose agent yesterday, went public with some comments about trying to, frustration with the organization and this player's handling. As the head coach, obviously you're here to help the team win games, but do you address this with the player, or how does the coach handle a situation where a player and his agent, the agent has expressed some frustration about the way he's being handled?
Yeah, no, that's a difficult situation. It's difficult for the organization. Obviously, very difficult for the player. You've got a wonderfully talented hockey player who just can't get that opportunity. For the entire season and going back to last year, being very few injuries, if any at all, with the defense. The top 6 have been intact, and staying healthy and playing each night makes it very difficult for him to get his opportunity and play. Right now, I'm very happy with our 6 defensemen. They've been playing well. Our defensive structure has been good. Our goals against is going down. If somebody goes down, and it certainly will happen because it is hockey, it is National Hockey League, and we play a lot of games. We are going to be eventually missing somebody, and it's been very odd that the Oilers have gone this long without that happening. And unfortunately, now that I'm bringing it up and saying this, something's going to happen. But I know when he gets that opportunity and gets to play, he'll get to show that he can play. But unfortunately, the situation right now is he is our 7th guy, and we have tried getting him involved because we do feel that he is a hockey player and can be a solid, really good hockey player here with the Oilers. But to do that, we're getting him involved, dressing 7 defensemen. Now that's really difficult because of the flow of the game, and he hasn't been getting minutes, whether it's been 5 or 10 minutes for a defenseman. It's not enough to leave your mark, and it's just difficult to play that way. And no matter who you talk to Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, or just somebody who's getting their foot in the door, confidence is a huge thing. And it's tough to do that just being just an extra piece. And I know when he gets that opportunity that he is playing regularly, he'll prove that he can make his mark.
Sometimes organizations, you kind of got to walk and chew gum at the same time. So the pressure's on to win games. Everybody knows that for you guys. But you still have young players that need to develop, and you need to consider that development. Just so we understand the dynamic, I mean, you're putting the lineup on the ice that you think gives you the best chance to win every game, and the development stuff, that's more for management to kind of figure out, like you throw the guys out there?
It's not black and white. It's not one side's doing this and the other side's doing that. Ken and I have conversations on what this player does and what he's, where the upside is, and what's best for our team. And I'll tell him how the team's feeling and how we're playing and what this would be good for us. So absolutely, management does deal with the development side and has a vision of where the player is right now and where he's going to be, and if he plays, what's his progression is going to look like. Coaches look more of the now, the upcoming game, of what we need and how we're going to play. And you can't go by one or the other. The NHL is about winning, and that is certainly very important, more than any other league that I've been associated with. But the conversations that we have are very important to not only look at the short term, but also the long term of what's best for the team and each player.